What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. My name is Jim, this is the Unemployed Cyclist, and today I want to do a quick product review on a new lubricant that I tried out recently. Throughout the history of my cycling, I've been cycling since 2004. It's 2022 now, so coming up on 18 years. I have been almost exclusively a wet lube rider. When I first started riding, I tried a dry lube. I think it was maybe a Squirt product, and it was a wax-based lube, and I wasn't a fan of it back then. Looking back on it, it's probably because I didn't properly prep my chain. I didn't clean it properly. I thought I did, but looking back on it, I definitely didn't. And my memory of that is that the wax would mix with whatever oil was coming out of the rollers, and it would stick to the drivetrain. It would get really nasty and was hard to clean off. After that, I switched to wet lube, and I rode liquid gold for the longest time. I think that's what it was called. Probably 6 or 7 years ago, I switched to this ProX formula. It's thicker than the liquid gold, a lot stickier, so it holds in the rollers a lot better. And I really enjoyed this stuff. It's made by Demande Tech, but I am a lazy person when it comes to bike maintenance. And I always, when I got done with a ride, had the telltale sign of a dirty chain stamped on my right calf. It was a constant annoyance. I couldn't ever throw my bike inside the car because I was afraid of getting oil and grime all over my interior. And so it really limited my ability to go places with my bike. Late last year, I decided to try something new. This is something that a local YouTube celebrity / retired pro cyclist, Phil Guyman, has talked about in his videos. He's sponsored by them. I am not. And so I switched to using Silca Velo. The main wax that I use, I don't have the packaging anymore, is their hot melt wax. And for top-ups, I use the bottle of the super secret chain coating. It has, I think, tungsten disulfide in it as the friction modifier. And what drew me to this more than anything was the lack of PFAS in the solution. So PFAS is something that's known as a forever chemical. Once it gets into the environment, it never breaks down and it never leaves. And so if I'm going to be out in the wilderness on my mountain bike or on the road on my road bike, I don't really want to leave that stuff behind, and the super secret chain lube from Silca Velo is PFAS free. So that's what really drew me to this. I've been riding the super secret chain lube, the hot melt wax, since I think December of 2021. I probably have 600 miles on my mountain bike. And my road bike is, of course, down right now, but before that I had maybe 400 miles on the road bike this year. And due to my size, my weight, I'm down 10 pounds right now, and I still weigh 244 pounds, or what is that, 120 kilos. I'm really hard on drivetrain parts. Chain stretch, when I was using a dry lube before this one on my mountain bike. I don't have that bottle anymore. I don't remember what it was. But again, I didn't properly clean, and I had the same problems I did 18 years ago. And so I would get on the mountain bike maybe 400 to 500 miles out of a chain before it was showing between 0.75 and 1 on the stretch. I put a new chain and a new chain on when I switched to the Silca Velo, and I put a new cassette on about 300 miles ago on the mountain bike, and I'm happy to report, I'm shocked that the chain has not stretched one bit. I use a Park Tool chain stretch tool, the one that has the little part that swings to measure chain stretch. After about 600 miles, it's still reading at or below 0.5. So I am absolutely stunned at that extension in drivetrain life. Yeah, chains were a big expense for me every year for my mountain biking, and this seems so far to be really remedying that situation. I was really skeptical that it would actually help, but shockingly it does. It lives up to the hype. I don't know if it'll go 10,000 miles like the owner of Silca Velo claims, but it does really help a lot on the chain wear front. The aluminum cog at the very small gear, or the very big gear, I should say, on my new cassette is not looking all too worn after 300 or 400 miles of hard riding. I've been doing, on easy days, 3,000 feet of climbing, and on hard days, 6,000 or more feet of climbing. And so with my weight, that really takes a toll on that aluminum gear, because it is, your legs get tired after a little while, and it still looks pretty good. And I attribute that to the chain always staying clean. That's been one of the biggest differentiators with going to the Silca Velo, is especially with the hot wax, the chain does stay remarkably clean. Now, downsides of it, it is expensive. The hot wax, I think, was like $50 or $60 to buy. I sacrificed a saucepan to the hot wax gods, so that is now permanent for hot wax. The lube that you drip on to top up between hot waxings, this is also expensive. I'm getting low on it. It's pretty thin. It runs off the chain. I put it on a little liberally. And so I'm getting ready to order my next bottle. I don't know how big of a bottle this one is, but like an 8-ounce bottle is $50. So it is not cheap stuff, but the lack of PFAS and how clean it keeps the chain makes it well worth it to me. As far as maintaining it goes, so long as you prep the chain properly first, follow the advice on the Silca Velo YouTube channel. They are the best at telling you how to properly clean your chain to start with. Once you do that, it's pretty minimal. I can't say it that way. It's pretty easy maintenance, so long as you have a chain link brake tool. You do go through quite a few chain links, just because according to Shimano, they're one-time use. I'm using them 3 to 4 times per time, but I really should stop doing that. So my maintenance schedule on it is I'll hot wax and I'll ride hard for maybe a week. And then I start hearing the drivetrain getting a little bit gritty. It doesn't sound dry, but it sounds like the wax has picked up a little bit of dirt and dust from the trails. We're a very dry climate out here in Los Angeles. And so at that point, I'll take, I have them right here. Perfect. I didn't even intend to do this. I like Tub of Towels. This is a great all-purpose cleaner, citrus-based, and it's a great thing to scrub your bike drivetrain down with to just get top-level grime off. I also like this if I get grease on my hands. I use it for cleaning the cars and cleaning my arms when I do an oil change. It's a really great product that I discovered back over 10 years ago when I worked at a hardware store. So if you need an all-purpose scrubby, pre-moistened cloth, Tub of Towels. So what I'll do is I will use one of these Tub of Towels because it breaks down wax. I'll take it and I'll just run the chain through it, running it backwards until the towel comes off clean. It's going to take all the outside dirt off of the chain, and then I will wipe it down with some rubbing alcohol and a clean cloth or a clean paper towel to get the residue from that off, because it does leave a little bit of a residue, and then I will top it up with super secret chain lube. About every 2 to 3 weeks, I do take the chain off and re-hot melt wax it. For cleaning, when I do that, I boil water. I have a dedicated small plastic tub that I put the chain in on on an old coat hanger, and like one of the old metal ones, and I pour boiling water on top of the chain. That melts all the old wax out of it. You can slosh it around. I normally will agitate it for probably 5 minutes in there. I'll pull it out, and as I'm pulling it out, I have a fresh paper towel there, wipe it down as it's coming out, and then repeat that process until the paper towel comes out clean. After that, I pour that into the trash can outside, and then I plunk the chain into the saucepan on the stove, heat it up, and hot wax my chain. I have it drying in the garage right now. It's that day today. So if you're looking for a really great wax and you are not afraid of the extra maintenance that comes with it, because you do have to take off and put on your chain quite often, I can't recommend Silca Velo super secret chain coating enough. Really feels fast, a lot faster than an older liquid wax that gets all gummy with trail grime. It has greatly extended the life of my chain. Like I said, I'm still showing basically zero wear after 600 hard climbing miles on these chains. The upfront cost is steep, but in my opinion, 100% worth it. So give it a shot. This is not sponsored by them. This is not a paid endorsement. I just am really damn impressed with the product that they put out. So until next time, have fun, be safe, and get out and ride.